Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to swap your faceplate on your jumper Bumblebee. As always, I'm Jeff with Titan FPV. Let's dive in. First order of business, guys, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. Click that notification bell and you'll be notified when I upload all new content like this to the channel. Alright, so you've seen my review, you've seen my switch tutorial of the jumper Bumblebee, and now it's time to change the faceplate. Many of you may be a fan of this yellow and black theme. I'm not really. It's okay, but it just doesn't look like a very premium radio with this, in my opinion. There are many colors available. I'll post that on the screen here. You can take a look. There's several pastel colors. There's also, I believe, a blue color, just like the same color that the Jumper T20 is. There's also another, I think, a clear faceplate. So if you wanted to, paint the back of it and give that see-through painted look, you can do so. There's several options out there for you. I haven't seen CAD files, so where you could design your own or print out your own jumper. If you're listening, I think that would be a great option for us pilots who do own a 3D printer. Anyway, without further delay, we're going to take this thing apart and install this new faceplate. Now, I was hoping that this would just pop on, but I don't think that's the case here. So I believe we're going to have to remove or disassemble the radio to get this faceplate on here. If you don't already own a precision screwdriver set, this may be a good time to pick one up. If you're doing any kind of repairs on any small electronics, these are essential. Your basic tool set, screwdriver set's not going to work. Picked this one up at Walmart a while back. I think it was on sale for around $10 US. Hard to beat here. It did replace my Rose Wheel, I believe I picked up from Newegg years ago. Anyway, it's a good set. Or you can go with something like this electric screwdriver set. Don't put too much torque on these cheap metal screws. You might strip them. But we may use this. We'll see. First, let's see if there's any way that we could potentially just pop this guy off. Looks like these are screw holes, but I don't know. Should we risk it, fellas? Should we risk it? I don't really care about this yellow faceplate now that I have the white one. Let's see if I can potentially pry this guy off here. I don't know if you can catch this on camera, but looks like there are screw holes. You can see through looks like 8 potential screws. Wonder if we can take these backs off here and if they'll be accessible. Well, looky there. So we may not have to disassemble this entire thing. Yeah, it looks like we are going to have to remove this back plate at least. I don't even know if these are going to fit in here. You may want to install your gimbal protector since we're going to be flipping this on its face. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws holding the back cover on. Let's see if this will even fit. It will not fit down in here. Everything that I said about having a precision toolkit is more than likely a lie. I'll be right back. And I'm going to show you the tool, more than likely, that I'm going to be using.
A few moments later.
This is the free screwdriver that comes with most tiny whoops. It's good to have a case or something to collect your screws in. Make sure that these are all the same length. It appears that they are. Thank you, Jumper. Be gentle, and let's remove the final 7th screw. Always take your time rather than to force something like this, because it would be a shame if you broke the shell. All right, here we go. Not too bad there. All right, so you just want to flip it up. You can see there's these 2 connectors on the main board. Let's see if I can just unplug these. Yeah, one by one. All right, and there's the rear shell. This is the first teardown that I've seen. Make sure you don't lose any switches. All right, while we've got this open, we can take a look at the hardware. All right, so it looks like there's a huge metal heatsink, as well as the active fan for the 1 watt internal Express LRS. So you see this is connected to the front plate. We may not have to remove everything. Remember, we were noticing these 8 screw holes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So more than likely we can just remove these, and I'm going to set them on this other side in case they're a different size. It does appear that they're shorter. It's always a good idea to have a set of tweezers. It's hard fitting these tiny screws in here. All right, we have this one. I'm gonna try not to disrupt this PCB. I don't really like fitting these back in if I can avoid it. This Jumper is using these black PCBs now versus the cheaper looking green PCBs. I'm going to try to remove this. You can pull on the lanyard strap. Be careful around the screen. You don't want to damage. Think with a little bit of effort. Maybe we will need the precision toolkit yet, or the pry tool at least. I don't want the radio innards falling out here. I'm just going to accept those switches are going to fall out. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Like butter. Once you get that started, so you want to use one of these plastic pry tools. So if you use a screwdriver, you will scrape up your new radio, and then you're going to be sad. Okay. Yep. once again, we're gonna I feel like there's something holding in the center. That's gonna be a shame if they have connected the centerpiece. And it appears that they may have. So it may not be as easy as I was expecting. This is a poor design decision. Yeah, you can see the centerpiece. So it appears we're going to have to remove this entire circuit board. There's only 3 of them holding this in, so. So there's 2 plugs here. I'm just going to unplug this from the main board. There's the speaker. Guess I could have just unplugged that, but there you go. All right, now I do have a ribbon cable. I believe that's the only thing that's holding this. So I'm just going to flip that out. Notate what I am. Oh boy, I got all kinds of buttons falling out here. You want to be careful with these. Be very careful with this ribbon cable. The gimbals are plugged in as well. There we are. What am I missing here? I'm just going to lay this back. Here's your screen. It's actually oh wow. Look at that. The screen is encased. And the reason why we had to take this entire assembly apart was just due to the fact these 2 screws are holding the center in. So Jumper, you could have made this much easier. You're gonna have to be careful because the screen is threaded in between the transparent body and the faceplate. We don't want to damage that or we'll be in trouble. This piece is attached with the 2 screws. I was thinking that it was just press fit in there, but that wouldn't make any sense, would it? Okay, let's see if this one. Okay, maybe I can pry this free again. Yes. And lose yet another button. All right, there you have it. I have so it's just going to be the reverse process of removing the faceplate. A lot of effort for something that should have been as simple as a few screws. Make sure before you seal the radio up, you've installed this power indicator LED correctly. It has to sandwich in between the faceplate and the main shell. These buttons should work. They should be flush. Don't be like Jeff. Do it the correct way. All right, for the moment of truth.
Welcome to HTX. Throttle warning. Switch warning.
That wasn't an easy task. It wasn't as easy as I expected it to be. I would say that it's moderate to hard difficulty to replace the faceplate on the jumper Bumblebee. If you're not really handy with electronics or disassembly and reassembly, I can't say that I would recommend this mod. And that's sad, because Jumper offers all those different colors that you can choose from. They may ship those colors on the radio, but right now, swapping the faceplate is the only way that I'm aware of that you can get a different color Bumblebee. I hope this video was informative. Pay attention to the mistakes that I made, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one.